One thing about it, I really want y'all to get used to me in my natural form. I don't want to do a full face of makeup all the time. So one thing about it, but I will give y'all the courtesy of cleaning my goddamn face. So let's thank Kind Science for giving us these disposable towels. I know y'all been seeing that, and you put them under the water and they get wet. Let's try it. Oh, I got a water bottle. I got a water bottle back there. I'm gonna let it get wet in front of y'all. And I might get paid. It depends on if y'all bad or not. So, buy it and I may get paid. Oh. This ain't no towel. This ain't no towel. And I think these was only like $5. That's why I bought it. Sure did. Click it with my husband card. Do my face recognition. Bought. Let's see. I'm impressed. I'm impressed a little. Am I weird? Because I'm impressed. Well, hold up. Hold on. Hold on. I had some makeup on. So what? I don't like when y'all be judging me. I be hearing y'all through the screen. I mean, I don't hear y'all through the screen, but I thought, never mind. Okay. Go ahead on and go to my TikTok and hit that shopper card. Get you some. It's for real. It's for real. All right, bad, because I got to tell my people this video. It's your girl holiday season. I'm back with another story time. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click that post notification bell so you are notified every single time I post. Y'all been rocking with me. Y'all have been rocking with me these past couple days. And I'm so happy about that. Like, y'all really fucking with me. Like, and I've been really feeling it. So, it's been coming to my attention that sometimes y'all don't understand me as well. Well, one person said it, and one thing about it, when y'all come because y'all fuck with me, one thing about it, I'm going to try to rectify it. So, it's going to be some stories that I'm going to just retell. If I felt like I was too vague, or I left something out, or I was stuttering. Mind y'all, your girl just started like a year ago. So, hey, I done already did like 130-something videos, so will everyone be retold? No, but some major ones that I feel like I left some stuff out, I'm going to retell it. And another thing, I'm sick right now. You can probably already hear it. But let's get right into the story. So, I felt like I deleted this story, but it was about me working in a fashion store, whatever, right? Like women's clothing store or whatever. So, I'm going to just retell that / tell it. And I'm going to actually go into detail because nobody can beat my ass and give me a whooping. So, matter of fact, next time, let me just not say that because one time somebody whooped my ass. And people be so confused when I tell them I got my ass whooped. Yes, I did. I never cap about that. And we going to tell that eventually, but it's some stuff that got to be worked up until I get to that point. And I got to make sure I got y'all attention and y'all understand everything that I'm saying. And I'm going to try to go in order. But a lot of times, y'all, this shit happened years ago. So a lot of stuff is choppy because my brain is choppy. I mean, not literally, but I'm just saying. So anyway, let's get into it. So I started this job because at this time I felt like I needed a job. And I noticed I do that every time in this season where I would go get a job and really don't like the job. But anyway, I started this job. And what should have been a red flag was the way that, like, her mannerisms, the manager's mannerisms during the interview was just kind of weird. Like, you ever have, like, an older white woman as a manager, and she gets that like contradicting sounding, like it's like she practiced this all her life, like she's probably told every fuck she something said. About pay, and I ain't even gonna lie because I really don't remember what I was being paid, but she said something like, sis, I'm giving you an opportunity to work in this store, the pay is going to be this and this and da da da, and child, she screwed some shit up and put some concoction of words anyway together. I remember coming into the job or whatever, and it was like the manager lady, let's call her older woman is like, really, bro? Older woman wanted everyone in the store, like, she apparently this is what she did, but when I was walking around asking everybody did they do this, it was like, we never did that before. So anyway, she was like, I want you to, and older woman made me feel like my wardrobe wasn't the best, but honestly, this certain store we worked in, my mom loved this store down. Like, she is the main platinum winner something. She up there because she always shop in this store. So I had some clothes because my mom would just buy us on GP. She would just buy us stuff from this store because her and my grandma always been credit card holders. So, and I still had some of those clothes to wear in there. So she was just kind of treating me like, she would be like, okay, you're going to get 75% off of 10 pairs of pants and 10 shirts, and make sure you have it because you need to wear this to work and this and this. And she was acting like I didn't already have good clothes on. And she was just like, yeah, go ahead and get your, what's the wardrobe word that you use? Basically, go ahead and get you some clothes up so you don't come in here looking crazy. That's what I kind of got in my head. And I'm like, do I look dirty or something now? Like, what the fuck is going on? It would confuse me because nobody in there really wore their shit. But she was wanting me to buy it so bad. And so she was like, go in here trying on 10 pairs of pants. I want you to try on all the boot cut pants so that when people come in, you know how it is. And I want you to try on 2 cover. She was like, I want you to try on 2 full coverage bras, try a balconette on, and try on a scrapless one. So I'm like, why does bitch want to see me naked? In my head, like, not doing it like that, but I'm just like, why the fuck I gotta do all that? So I'm back and forth trying it on. She was like, do you like those? I'm gonna drop some pictures because I did like the pants, but it wasn't giving all that. She was just like, yeah, do you like those? And she's like, come on here and let me see. Make sure you let me see. And when I got to the bra part, she's like, yeah, so so you see how you have this right here? She's like, I should be able to put my hand through the back. She's talking about where the 2 straps meet in the back. She should be able to put her hands through it freely, but it's kind of not too freely. But anyway, so I'm just like, okay. And I always used to be so confused of how you used to size people. And she was like, and see, you bring it around here, then you count back up and turn around and do the hokey pokey. I just used to be so confused about how you actually used to, how they used to size the people. It used to be kind of weird to me. I don't know. So, she doing all of that. And I remember this one girl, we gonna name her Katie. We just gonna name her Katie. So, Katie used to be in college or whatever. And she basically never, how do I say this? She never used to be full time. She would only work like holidays, like whenever they have a break in the holiday or whatever. She'll just let them know. And I used to get a vibe like they always baby her in the way, like treated her like a child. So I get there, whatever, and I'm talking to her, and she's showing me some stuff like how you mark stuff in the books before the shift and all of this and blah blah blah. And she was like, she mentioned this one thing, but I don't want to say that until the end. So she kept mentioning that. And then I mentioned to her that my husband was in such and such too. So one day, and this one thing that stuck out to me about her, one day after I told her that, she did one of the things that they do. So pause. I'm going to go ahead on and nip this in the bud. So, but not about her, but about my husband. So he was in an organization. So I remember me telling her that. And so the organization he in, they do Sigma walking. So why she called my name one day and she was back there fucking Sigma walking, bitch. And I was just like, you shouldn't be doing that. I ain't say that to her, but I laughed it off, you know? in the middle of the store. And I was just like, what the fuck? So then, we fast forward, we basically start talking about times when we could meet outside of work, because we at work, we ain't got nobody but us. We kicking it. We the only people around our age or whatever, right? Shit come in, because I was like, old lady made me try on a bunch of this and a bunch of that. She was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, do she be trying to get you to buy all that shit? We already don't get enough hours, because this was in the mall. So I was like, do she be get you to buy all that? She was like, no. I was like, we never tried on none of these. And then she was like, right now, I need a bra, because her bra, something was with her bra. And one of the girls was sizing her to show me an example how she needed to be sized. She was like, girl, why do you got on this big ass bra? Like, this is not your size, and blah, 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 blah. And them two used to have a relationship, like they used to play a lot. But the relationship of that playing a lot, I ain't never used to understand it. I used to be like, you okay with her saying that to you? Because the lady was white. She was another manager, but like she was up old lady ass a lot. So they would always be playing, but her titties hang to the floor. So I'm like, how you making jokes about somebody? I don't know. It was just a weird joke or whatever. It was really a deflection shit on fat titty girl. And then it was just really, to me, I don't know. That shit was just weird. So, anyway, we get along, me and her, and they tell us to do something. Like, we all had a chore at the end of the night. And I hated it, because why the world, they would always give me vacuum, clean out all the little like vacuum the whole store, plus the whole store. Then I think it was like it was some other shit that I had to do too. And don't let it be like a sale going on. You had to put up all them damn signs and shit, right? And talking about, we're glad that a tall person's to the team. You could get on the ladder and put those up. How y'all been putting the signs up? How you know I want to get on the ladder? Anyway, so that was a thing. And yeah, because I'm like, I know she ain't trying to make everybody. And then the thing about one of her managers wasn't even all that either. Like, did she even have on a bra? Because her shit used to like be to her knees a little bit, and I never used to understand that. And it was just so freaking weird. Like, why y'all trying to make me buy this shit? One day, it's me on the shift, old woman on the shift, and then I never gave the girl that I'm talking about in this story a name. I did. I said her name is Katie. So it's me, Katie, old woman, and the other girl that I always be having the weird jokes with, Katie. So when she did that, when we was on the shift, we instantly started talking about like what we was gonna do that night. And I remember one time, no, why the fuck I'm doing that? This is what people be talking about, skipping over. Calm down, get to the point. Noir, come sit, baby. Come here. Basically, we talking that whole time on that shift, and basically talking about what we're gonna do and all that. And somehow my house became the setting of the night, and we were supposed to meet up there. And my husband okay, let me just go and say this. My husband is a Sigma. He have an Omega friend. So basically, that was not how I was gonna try to introduce the friend. But anyway, y'all know now. So basically, this friend is Jack from the other Storytime. So y'all get it? So basically, Jack was going to be for her. And I was like, do you like, chubby boys or whatever? She was like, yeah, I love chubby boys. So I'm like, okay, cool. He pretty cool. I end up showing her to him. He's like, she look familiar. What school she go to? So I'm telling him the school she go to, not going to clue. So I'm just like, okay, cool. This a go. It's a go. Like, it's working, right? So time come, and we all over here. I'm drinking. I think I had me some teleport that night, and I had my hair real cute or whatever. And pause, because this part is important. While we was at the store that night, we going over outfits, what we gonna do, because we was saying like we want to go out too, I think. So we up here looking at these outfits because we both was delusional, because we ain't had no money for them outfits, bro. Ain't nobody had money for them outfits. So we in there looking at clothes. We try to go to the clearance, see if there's a little something that we could get, because you can't get the clearance on the discount. So the thing was just like, we looking for stuff. We actually looking for stuff, but it really passed the time by, right? So fast forward, My husband here, his friend here. I'm like, hey girl, this the address, you know. I already sent her the address. No, I wasn't gonna send her the address until I knew she was coming. So I ended up FaceTiming her because I'm like, she a little late. Where she at? And then my husband friend said something. I'm like, okay, where she at, right? Why the world? Tell me why the world I FaceTime this girl and she in a club. She was like, send me the address. She looked like real slow and sluggish. But she like, send me the address and I'm going to come. I sent her the address. Radio silence for the next hour or so. At this point, he done packed this shit up and left. The friend, so I'm like, what's going on? I don't even know if she probably sent the sorry message or what, but I feel like if it was real significant, I would have remembered. So she probably didn't say nothing. Anyway, fast forward, we back at work, right? And it was just so weird because I was like, when I'm going to see her again? Because, like I said, she did work full time like I had work. So I was just like, that was just weird. Like, we really was here trying to act like we looking for outfits and you never popped the fuck up. I was like, it's weird. And then she was talking to the homeboy. And even he thought it was weird because you was talking to him as if you was going to come. So when you didn't come, I'm just like, damn, that's weird. It was just weird because, y'all, the way we were looking in that fucking store for outfits and ideas, I was just confused. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was weird. Next day at work, it's just me. It's me, the girl who make all them jokes with her. That's kind of like, I feel like she talk about herself a lot. And then old lady in the store. And this guy walk in. And I felt like I gotta just tell this because it wouldn't really go nowhere else. So this guy walking in, and it was giving Medea. Like, it was giving like somebody dared me to do this. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm looking for some dresses. But he took liking to the big titty girl. He was talking to the other manager, and she just like got this like weird smile. And I just remember her like trying to like see if like I'm seeing it, and I remember her trying to like read me of how I felt about the situation, because the man just was giving cosplaying a woman. It didn't give this is who I want to be and this is who I really am. It gave like somebody daring me to do this and I'm just in here. So he starts looking at the stuff and she's helping him. She was like, do you want to try this on? He was like, yeah, I'll try it on. I want to try it on. He go to the restroom and it was not, he didn't even like, his voice was still his voice. He didn't even have like a girly voice. You know how like some people, they would like put the voice on, no voice or nothing. It just was giving like somebody, you know, whatever. And the reason for all of this is because one of the managers, she talking to me. She was like, yeah, he's reminding me of someone that used to come in here and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on our stuff. He love his stuff, and he used to do drag and this, and people come in here and they spend their ass money. Whole time, man just was in there. She was like, oh, and then after a while she was gassing him so much, I think this when it began to be weird to her. She's like, I could just see him in the dressing room. He's not even trying on the clothes. He's just turning around in a circle. And I'm like, bitch, how do you know he's turning around in a circle? And it was just like, he's not even trying them on. I think this is just all funny to him. And I was just saying, like, my point exactly, but bitch, you wasn't listening. You just thought he was the friend that used to go come here and buy shit. And it been weird. And it wasn't his first time coming in here. Like I said, it was like he was in there to get somebody's attention. I don't know who or like what. But he ended up getting out of there, never buy anything, and it was just weird. So I remember talking to old lady about it. Old lady was like, well, he's equal opportunity. You know, we can't like judge people about that, Ash. And I wasn't judging him about it. I just felt like it was weird. Like it was some other reason. Like, look above the horizon, Caroline. Something was just off about it. Like, it was just off. But I get what she was saying, but I wasn't saying it like we should have been made him kick out. I was just saying, like, it was just weird. Like, you do all that, go try. He tried on a bunch of shit and never bought anything. Anyway, fast forward to this next shift. And old lady is out of town on her vacation. So it's some other people, and these is like, basically it was a lot of black people on the shift this day. And I remember like the stuff we would do when old lady was there, we wasn't doing this day because she ain't fucking there. And like, I remember this one lady that was a manager, I ain't giving no name, she don't need one. She basically was like, yeah, she be doing all that and this and this. And she was talking shit about old lady bad. I mean, she was talking shit. And I was just like, dang, I didn't know you felt like that. Like, when she here, you kiss her ass. Really weird. So we was all sitting down, even me and Katie sitting down talking, blah, 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 right? And I remember when it was time to go, like an hour and 30 before it was time to go, I started working on the duties. And so I was like, I'm gonna leave. Cleaning the rooms up. It was some duty I left to her because she didn't have one, Katie. So when it was time to go, Katie taking forever to do her shit. Mind you, the shit about her not coming. When the shift started that morning, she said, yeah, like this and this happened. I got completely wasted, this and this. Girl, whatever, but it was still kind of weird, right? And it was like, and I'm overdoing it, saying everything was fine because she was still weird as fuck. I don't know why she was being weird. Like, she would like, sometimes we would take the lunch together, and they let us, we want to go to lunch together. She's like, I ain't gotta go to lunch, you know. And then super, super weird. It was like we was quiet, like radio silence. Nobody said nothing. And I remember somebody went back and told when old lady got back, somebody went back and told us that I wasn't doing anything. And I was like, what? That's weird. But anyway, I'm not going to get to that yet. Anyway, it's fast forward. It's time. It's closed or whatever. And I'm done with what I'm doing. And so is Katie. She's done. So how they like us to do it, since it's in the mall and like people can get robbed or pickpocketed or whatever, they like us to go out with each other. But like, no one person alone. It needs to be 2 people at a time going out, you know? I knew that, but it was just like, if you standing around acting dumb and I gotta go, because I had to pick my man up and we sharing a car, and it's just like, I'm not finna have him stranded just because you want to look stupid or be an inconvenience to me because you stood me up and you asked for my address and never showed up. It was just weird, right? So I ended up leaving her ass. So when I got back to work, like the next day, and back up. So when I'm leaving out of the parking garage, I see Katie and she mugging the fuck out of me. And I just remember talking to myself like, I don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. Like, it's time for me to go. I gotta go. This and this. And she want to stand around and talk and hound all day, all them playing. And we the only one had the duties because everybody else on the shift was managers. So they would put all the shit on us. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I really just don't give a fuck. So I remember leaving, and old lady, when she came back, she ended up telling me about it. She was just like, you know, we always do the buddy system. It's safe. And it was brought to my attention that you left Katie. And I was just like, I did. I was like, it was time to go. She was like, but that's not how we do it. I was like, oh, so that's why Katie have a bad attitude and act like this? She was like, of course, you left her. And this one, I was just like, they always kiss up to Katie. Oh, I forgot a important part. Katie used to share what was going on in her actual life with them. And the only reason I knew because one day, old lady and one of the other managers, we was all going to the car, and she was just like, oh, I hope Katie gets out of that. Katie's going through a lot. We're gonna help Katie as much as we can. And I really hope Katie doesn't get in trouble for something her sister does, really. And it's just sad. And the other lady was just like, yeah, I talked to her too, and I told her, if you want to do this, you're gonna have to pick up hours, you're gonna have to do this, da da da. And I just remember walking to the car like, y'all really talking about this girl damn business, and Katie probably don't even know y'all recycling what's going on with her, what she talked about with y'all personally to me. And I know it was just the 3 of us, but it was just like, So that happened and all that was happening, right? And I remember her making me feel like I was just fucked up for leaving her, and I had to go. And when it's time to go, I be ready to go. I don't like all that they dragging your feet. Bitch, move it. I'm ready to go. We done been in here all day. So I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. And shortly after that, y'all, I had quit that job because it was just like, do you need that? And one thing that happened later that was so weird. One day, I live by this plaza of shopping stores. Oh my God. My nose. So one day it's traffic, and when like it get like 5 or 6 o'clock, it's a lot of traffic up in there. So I see this car that was in front of me, and I kept reading like it was an organization on the tag, but it wasn't like the Greek 9 organization. It was like I felt like it was an academic club on the car. The sticker was plastered on the car or whatever. And I was like, something just kept letting me read it. And my husband kept reading it too. And my attention just kept drawn to that sticker on the car. So all of a sudden that car get over, and now I passed the car and the car is behind me. So I'm just driving. We at the light, you know, up here before the house. And I just so happened to look in my rearview mirror. Guess who it is in the car? Katie, bitch. It's Katie. The car with the sticker on it was Katie. And at this point, I ain't talked to her because, you know, you turned weird. You basically told the people that, you know, I left you and I wasn't doing nothing. And well, somebody else said, one of the managers said I wasn't doing nothing, but we all wasn't doing shit. And they was talking about you, old lady. So I'm like, that's weird as fuck. Because I remember the time I sent her my fucking address and she never popped up. So I'm like, that bitch knew my damn. I'm like, why would she be coming this way? Because when she told me she stayed, why would you need to come this way? That's way out your way. Like, I mean, I'm not saying like I own over here, but it was just weird to see her in the area because I sent you my address and however you never showed up. And after that, you turned a little weird. But that's it for this story time. Tell me how y'all like it. And I'm going to keep posting. So, let's get it. Take a shot for every time I say it weird. Ha! Yeah.